Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here for what is the final exam for my Devising Theater class. And as part of this class, the actors in the class become part of the company Will Act for Change, which is the ASU Theater social change theater company. So tonight what you're going to see is a series of short pieces that were initiated by the individual actors, but then collaborated on and worked together as a company. In Devised theater, which is an approach to theater that says we don't start with a script at all. We start really with nothing, maybe a prompt, and tonight's prompt is transgressions and transformations. Those were the two words we were working off of, and throughout the last half of the semester, each individual actor came up with a concept around those ideas, brought it in, presented. Then as a group, we worked collaboratively to develop these pieces, and we have a series of short pieces that are really not connected in a traditional sense, only by those two words, transgressions and transformations. So you're going to see a series of pieces. Some are funny, some are dealing with social issues, some are very personal and dealing with issues that members of the company have dealt with, are dealing with. In this kind of theater, there's no hierarchy. Every actor, every person in the company is fully responsible for the performance, the creation of that performance, the technical, the directing. We work collaboratively together, and we're hoping that this becomes part of our regular offerings at ASU Theater, because devising theater really is becoming a very popular form of contemporary theater. So we thank you for being here. If you're here with my intro class, then after we do our brief curtain call, see me, I'll have a sheet, and you can sign that, and I'll award you those extra credit. The show lasts just about an hour, okay? So enjoy, and thank you for being here.
Leap of faith.
All lovers got humor. Give me the letter humor. 'Cause everybody's disapproval. If the heavens ever did speak, the astral mountain. Every Sunday's getting more bleak. The fresh poison each week. We were born sick. You heard them say it. My church offers nowhere to live. She tells me worship in the bedroom. Only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love you and need to be with. Amen. 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 Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death and good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death and good God, let me give you my life. I'm a pagan of the good time. My lovers are so light. To keep the goddess on my side. She demands a sacrifice. Bring the whole seat. Get something shiny. Something needy for the main course. It's a fine looking high horse. What you got in a stable? We the Lord starving faithful. That looks tasty. That looks plenty. This is hungry work. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog.
Skin deep.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it maybe like on my forearm or on the back of my calf. That'd be kind of cool.
tattoo, really of any kind, but particularly that tattoo, I think people are going to read it wrong, not the way you intended. I think it's going to cause you a lot of problems over time. That it's going to hurt employment, it's going to hurt opportunity. I mean, don't do it. Please don't do it. It's going to ruin your life.
The idea of putting something on your body that'll be on there for the rest of your life has never made sense to me.
Justine Marie Little. She's one of my best friends growing up. She was the scourge of teachers, but we all loved her because she made us laugh. We used to share a Nutella and peanut butter sandwich every class period. She also got hit by a car. She flew 17 feet and hit a tree. The ambulance driver that was rushing to get into his ambulance to save a life ended up taking one. And she was wearing gray, and he said that she was invisible to see. She wasn't invisible to me.
People with tattoos are like, hey, don't judge a book by its cover, but seriously, how could you not?
Inspire. That's how I hope audiences feel after they've seen a theater production. Inspire. Peace, it's achievable. You just have to open your heart up to the possibility.
I see a classless, uneducated person when I see tattoos.
When I first came here, I didn't know who I was or what I was doing. I was lost. And then I found him. Rebel, idiot, my best friend, poet. He wrote this poem called Circle of Friends, and it was about all of us and how we intertwined and connected. He wrote the line, I loved you all too much. I've never really connected with anything the way I connected with that. You know, I've always been afraid of changes, especially permanent ones, but this one came easy.
Why can't they just accept what God has given them instead of destroying their own bodies?
Haven't you ever had something in your life that you just absolutely love? Maybe it's something you collect, like little elephants. Or maybe it's a picture of a family member, a friend. Maybe it's just a trinket that you've had your entire life. Whatever the case, all of those memories, they're a roadmap that makes your life. Maybe I just want to wear mine.
These reasons of why they're getting tattoos has made me feel astonished. But let's just face it, they're doing this for attention. They want to show how tough they look or how cool they look. And they want people to react whether it's positive or negative.
Listen, just stop, okay? Just stop. Okay? Tattoos are not meant for you. Tattoos are meant for them. They get them because it's how they express themselves. Okay? It's not for me. It's not for you. It's not for their friends and it's not for their family. It is for them. It's how they express themselves.
It's not what's on the outside that counts.
I've never fallen in love with a design enough to have it permanently sewed to my skin. Damn, I'm jealous of the ones who have.
My daughter came to me and asked if she could get a tattoo, and she said she had very personal reasons, which she shared with me. So who would have thought? For Christmas, we got her a tattoo. It's what she wanted. Who was I to say no?
It's not about ruining your life. It's about honoring something that was a part of your life. It's simply another form of living art.
show it to a friend, and they laugh almost instantly. Pisses me off. It took me at least 4 seconds to look at it, understand it, and then laugh. You laughed almost instantly. Are you really looking at it, or are you just doing your best impression of my mom? You know, I bought a pair of shoes once, and being a female, naturally, I wanted to know her opinion, so I asked her. She kind of glanced back at me and said, "Oh, honey, they look great." I hadn't even taken them out of the box yet. She recently got a Facebook page. Yeah, being her daughter, I had to accept the request. She's had a Facebook for all of 10 days, and she already thinks she's an expert. She comments on everything, telling me what's wrong. I'm sure if I posted a picture and even one eyelash wasn't curled right, she'd let me know. She sent me this message the other day that said, "Hey, I love that picture of you and your friend at the park, so cute. Your shoe was untied." All I could think was, hey, at least she finally noticed my shoe. Thank you, everyone. It's been a great evening.
Laughter is the best medicine. I guess that makes me a doctor or something. I prefer the term spiritual healer. Making people laugh, it always came so easy. It just came so natural to me. I love making people laugh. But life does this crazy thing where you can forget about all your problems, push everything aside, like every worry in the world just evaporates. But then bills pile up, finances get tight, you can't escape from reality forever. I love making people laugh, but I end each night thinking the same thing.
Who's gonna make me laugh?
Tonight's news tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ronaldo Herrera. I'm pretty sure you've heard of me before. Now, I'm bringing you this live televised broadcast to talk to you and inform the general public about this recent epidemic that is taking over, not over our country, but I feel like maybe the entire world. We're here to discuss the gay agenda. I'm here with a friend of mine from a generation that has passed us by. Now, if you don't mind answering a few questions, how do you feel personally about this gay agenda? That is, if you've heard about it. If you have, I can tell by your eyes, you know what I'm talking about.
Look, I'm from an older generation, but I've heard of the gay agenda. Listen, in my day, gays didn't exist. They just weren't there. It all started with Barney. Barney on PBS, and then all of a sudden the gay agenda's everywhere. It's in the courts, it's in the NFL. Someday the gay agenda is even to come to a theater near you. The gay agenda is everywhere. It's out to get you, and me.
This may be a bigger deal than we thought, folks. Thank you so much. Stay tuned right here tonight, and we're going to get to the bottom of this gay agenda, or else my name isn't Ronaldo Herrera.
Play nice. Be careful. Play.
All right. Have fun.
Be good!
One more thing. You're gonna get it.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Can I play?
No.
Oh, okay.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Do you want to play again?
No.
Okay.
Play nice!
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Do you want to play something else?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
You wanna play?
Yeah. Changing a gray bulb.
Hey, little bro.
Oh, hey, big brother. Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Gonna be honest, it really sucks. You're gonna eat a lot of really crappy food. You're gonna get screwed over a lot. You're gonna live in a hole in the wall. You're gonna go into a lot of debt just for a piece of paper. But I mean, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it though, because then you get out of the house. But it's gonna suck. It's gonna be really hard.
All right, your time is up.
But I do know just being honest.
It's fine, don't worry.
You know, if you just stay in school, everything will be okay.
Thanks for coming to my office hours. Listen, I just need to share what's happening here. I've been really disappointed in your performance this semester. We're down to the final. Now you have to at least make a C, or else you're not going to pass this class. So the ball is in your court. See if you can live up to the responsibility and do your best. But I have some real doubts about what you're going to be able to do.
And you haven't talked to me before this? What do you mean you're unhappy with my performance? I've been working my And I don't know where this is coming from all of a sudden. I'm not one of
You
your top
cannot
students.
talk that.
What do you? Oh, this is stupid.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll study as hard as I can.
Hey.
Hello.
So, things have been going pretty well lately, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And we want them to continue to go well, right?
Of course, yeah.
Look, if you start one more fight, I don't think I can do this.
Wait, if I start one more fight? Okay, so let's back this up. So if I start one more fight, making it my fault, like it makes it sound like every other single fight or disagreement we may have had in the past is my fault. None of that ever happened from you. And you just said yourself, everything was going great, but if one more thing happens to go wrong, then everything we've ever worked for or hoped for has just crumbled and fell to the ground. Is that seriously what you're trying to say to me right now?
Come on.
Wait, I've got a few more things to say.
No.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I don't want to fight. I want things to work out between us, okay? I care about you a lot. Hey, Mom. Look. I'm so sorry. I stormed out of the house. I didn't even say goodbye. I want you to be proud of me, okay? You were so constrained by the rules of society that you couldn't be who you are. Get off of me! I'm not ready to go yet! I'm not changing who I am! Get off of me! I just hope that wherever you are, I hope that you're looking down on me and say, this is my son, and I'm proud. Silence the noise. I had a dance party with some friends, got a promotion, got an A on a paper that I thought I failed, and got this really cool girl's number. Yeah, I have the time. What's up? Wait a minute, what happened? On the highway. How long has she been in there? Okay. I'm out right now, so I'll have to call you back later.
You seriously think
No,
you're
I'm
this?
serious.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you looked at the results? You don't want the second choice. Have you looked at the
No, we all just put up with him and tolerate whatever he has to say or spew.
You're going to get nowhere because what you're doing
I figure it, I just have to remember that it's just a part of training for the future. I have to remember that no matter how bad things get, no matter how alone I feel, that there is always someone out there that feels just the same and will do anything to make you happy. I have to remember, and I have to believe that it is possible to live in such a way that other people's happiness makes you happy too. I just have to remember to smile.
Look at me. Hey, I saw you dancing the other night at that party. You should really consider coming down to the club for an audition.
Oh, sweetie, you will not believe the day I'm having today. Don't worry, we'll talk about it later over aperitifs.
Oh, no! Look at you. You been watching the same workout videos I have, or what? Huh? Look at you. I see you representing Cerro Miedo. Oh!
These people are known as social outcasts. And most people might not like them, but let me tell you what I see in them. This guy over here, I've known him a few years, but I'm glad that he walked into my life. He's helped me find ways to make me feel happy and confident about myself, even on bad days. I guess you could say he's boyfriend material, but for me, but sadly, he's more attracted to men. Now, most people don't like that he's a homosexual because he's committing a sin.
You're gay!
And in order to stop that, they like to torture him. Stop. This poor kid has been through enough crap with his family already. He doesn't deserve it. He deserves to be treated the way he treats others, with love and respect. This is my friend who I've known since I was a baby. She's pretty much family to me. She does as much as she can for the people she cares for, especially her 2 kids. She has 2 jobs. One involves being a store manager, and the other involves being a stripper. Now, most people don't like that she strips for money. This is how most people see her.
Slut. Whore, put some clothes on.
You're gross.
But in all reality, she's still the same person I've known for a long time. She's caring, hardworking, and always there for you when you're in a jam. Now that guy over there, he is my best friend in the entire world. He's one of those guys where if someone hurts the one that he cares for, he'll hurt them back. Unfortunately, that's not how most people see him.
You might want to put your money in your front pockets.
Asshole.
They see him as this gang member or a murderer.
Druggie.
Thug.
But he's just an average guy with a part-time job and getting his education at the same time.
You kept your purse from the car, right?
Yeah, it's a drug.
Do you see the difference between all these people? They're not bad at all. They're human beings like you and I, living life day by day.
It hurts when people judge me because of my profession.
I hate it when people open their mouths and spew intolerance, especially to my face.
I hate it when people think just because I dress like this, talk like this, that they could Google me or something and find a criminal record.
I'm sure what happened. You were right here.
You guys need to knock it off. treat others negatively. Nobody wants to be hated. There's a good in everyone.
Tonight's news tonight, part 2.
Hell no, we won't go to hell! 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 Welcome back to tonight's news. Tonight, I'm Ronaldo Herrera, but you probably already knew that. Now, I am on location where the Church of Sanity is protesting its record 57th gay military funeral. Now, who knew part of the gay agenda was defend your country and die? I certainly didn't. I have with us today somebody who will hopefully shed some light on the situation and answer a few questions. Pastor Donegan he's a representative of the Church of Sanity. Thank you for getting a close-up of his face. Now, Pastor, it is Pastor, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Journalism. See, now, I have it under good authority that the group you represent knows a little bit about this gay agenda that we're all hearing so much about. Could you tell us just a little bit about what you know?
If you look in the good book of Fellatio, chapter 6, verse 9, homosexuality is a sin, and you're burning in hell.
For those of you watching at home, you could get out your holy book and turn to the pages he said, and I'm sure you'll find that exact quote right there. Now, I must admit, being the amazing journalist that I am, I had to do some research. I wasn't quite familiar with your group or what you believe in. And I came across an article that states that maybe your church's name is a little misleading, I guess you could say. There are some people out there who believe the Church of Sanity would be more appropriately named the Church of Insanity.
Yeah, we'll say we're insane for Jesus!
Perfectly logical justification. Now, I also found quite a bit of information, actually, saying that maybe the beliefs of your church come across as a bit ignorant.
Ignorant.
Their words, not mine. Now, I believe the Church of Sanity is actually escorting us to commercial break. I'm Ronaldo Herrera. Join us later, and hopefully I won't be dead.
Hell no, we won't go to hell!
To come round right.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
Water can be a source of transformation and salvation. It has the power to heal and to cleanse. It can also be a source of pain and shame. began years ago. What the trigger was, I can't remember. The pains and anxieties and apprehensions of adolescence were what they were. But I learned that I could find comfort in repeated actions like washing my hands or checking the lock on the door repeatedly. These actions became rituals, and these rituals gave me strength. And at first I thought they were a source of positive transformation. Over the years, what once gave me strength began to entrap me in a series of compulsions. Each ritual action, each unwanted thought became an offense against myself. Over the years, my OCD has changed and evolved. At first, I learned to hide it. I learned to deal with it. I learned to compensate for it. I learned to joke about it. I learned to own it.
Wash your hands.
1, 3, 5,
Check the door.
7, 9, 12.
Don't touch the doorknob.
14, 16, 18.
For a person with OCD, the world is full of threats and obstacles. A doorknob can be a source of menace. A thought can send you into a state of panic.
Don't think of that.
20, 25, 27.
It'll be your fault.
30, 35, 40. Something bad's gonna happen. Stop!
You think what gives you strength is something good and helpful, but in truth, it's a form of transgression against yourself as it limits your ability to live fully and freely. I want to be free from it, but I don't know how. I yearn for a life of simplicity of thought and action, but I can't have it. I desperately want to come round right.
When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
brought it on herself, man.
This is bullshit. Help! My manhood is on fire.
Grow up.
Be a man.
I expect more.
You're wrong.
You aren't what I want.
I'm just disappointed.
You're not a man.
My whole life, people have been telling me what it means to be a man and who I need to be. At a young age, where you're trying to figure out puberty, it's scary enough. It's pretty damning to have everyone in your life tell you that you're not adequate enough, and you're not their definition. I didn't have security in the stereotypes like the other guys in my class. When my dad took me hunting, I hated it. When my mom pushed me to do sports, I hated it. My uncle took me to a basketball game. I hated it. My uncle took me to motocross. I hated it. Puberty's a lot like fire. When you first look at it, you don't understand it. It doesn't look safe or normal. You can burn you too. You're trying to define who you are. I remember the first time that I realized I wasn't like everybody else. I was in football practice. I used to throw up every single football practice. But after you go to football practice for 3 years, you're throwing out not because you're fat, but because you want 5 seconds on the sideline. 5 seconds where I didn't have to be somebody else. 5 seconds of bliss. I remember the first time that I took a lit torch and I put it in my mouth. I thought I was gonna die. Everything's telling me that that's wrong. I remember the first time that a loved one walked up to me and told me that I wasn't a man. I thought I was gonna die because I knew that that was wrong. Puberty and becoming a man is a lot like these torches. But whether you let it burn your soul, or your hand, or your mouth, that's your choice.
You're not my son.
You're making a mistake.
Listen to me.
Don't.
No.
Not enough.
Quiet! amazing journalist that I am, I have been chosen to break down that door, enter that home, and find out exactly what is going on for me, for you, and for our country. Let me preface this first by saying, inside those walls, I have no idea what we're going to find. If this isn't exciting for live television, folks, I don't know what is. Like I said, we gotta be very quiet. We don't want to startle the gays. I feel that happens a lot. I'm gonna break down this door. On my watch. And we're live! It's gotta get close above them. I think that's them.
Oh my God, what is going on?
You tell me what's going on, huh? I'm Ronaldo Herrera, and I'm here to get to the bottom of your gay agenda.
You guys, what's that annoying sound that keeps hearing?
A hostage! We have a hostage! What'd you do to her door? First off, I'm Ronaldo Herrera, and second off, are you hurt in any way, shape, or form?
Why did you kick down the door? It was unlocked!
I kicked it down for you and for our country's safety. Are you hurt?
No, why would I be hurt?
Because these leviathans you live with have an agenda, and I'm gonna figure out what it
Look,
is.
they can be moody, but they're not Leviathans.
So let's just get straight to the facts, huh? What is this gay agenda, and what is the role you two are playing in it?
There's not a gay agenda. We do have an agenda, perhaps a daily agenda.
Is it a gay one?
No.
On the fridge. You hear what I'm hearing? On the fridge. So, this LGBT thing you people are a part of, I'm sure there's been an agenda. I've heard about it all day. You better tell me what's going on here, or I'll break down another door.
No agenda, just a community of people trying to, be themselves.
That's what they all say.
Look, could you get out? We're trying to watch The Notebook.
Ha ha! There it is! The Notebook. Sounds like something you'd write down a gay agenda in if you asked me. What's in this notebook, huh?
Rachel McAdams.
I cry more than they do usually.
Come on, people. I'm Ronaldo Herrera. You can't tell me that you're just sitting here watching a movie.
We are. Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, The Notebook, Love Story, classic.
They're starting to sound normal. Cut it. Cut it. So, cameras are off. People can't see what's going on. Are you seriously telling me right now there is no gay agenda?
Yes.
Are you an idiot?
I'm Ronaldo Herrera. That's it then? There is no gay agenda? You're not pulling some sly trickery, are you?
No, we don't care.
We just want to watch our movie.
I've actually never seen The Notebook. Have you seen The Notebook?
Would you like to watch
Are you going to fix the door?
I'm sure we could get that to the studio manager. Ryan Gosling?
Yeah? Rachel McAdams? Pretty good. Hey, don't film me!
Down in front. I'm trying to watch The Notebook.
Black Wedding.
Don't you just maybe think that you're settling?
He needs to be a lawyer or a doctor, and then he can marry you. In fact, why don't you become a doctor so you don't have to depend on people?
You're having the wedding in December? That is so stupid. Just let us rent a venue for you. But we promise we won't change anything.
Look, I haven't known you for very long, but young. You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
You are too young to be making this decision. I've told you time and again that you don't love him. You're only living in sin. You just want to live in his sin, and I've taught you better than this. Don't you know that? You're too young.
And what about your sister? Don't you care how she feels? We don't think this is a good
You need
idea.
to
I mean,
fend
if
for
you're
yourself.
gonna get married in
Fend for yourself.
You're too young to
You're
sin.
almost
It's a
ready.
sin.
You live in the chaos
It's
that
not
I'm
love.
serving you.
It's
Take
not
that out.
love.
Your family is a bunch of fucking hypocrites, and I'm sick of them. Let's just go to the courthouse. They don't give a shit about you.
You have no say in this. We have been here longer. You're both just too immature and you don't know what you're getting into. Don't I have any say in this at all?
No! We just want what's best for you.
What's best for you?
We just want what's best for you.
We just want what's best for you. Why are we getting married anyway?
From waking to sleeping,